What's up guys, it's Leroy here, back for another video. And today we are at a high school and I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire setup of how we do senior yearbook headshots. I'm talking gown, tux, drape, all the things. And without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. So right now we're located in our staging area for all our graduates. This is where we put all the props. There's hats. We just finished taking some photos of Gage because he's gonna be a senior. As you can see, we have all our props from tennis balls to batons for tracks, mini soccer ball, football, volleyball, basketball, softballs, baseballs. If you play a sport and it's popular, we have it here. Sometimes people will be like in band or something like that. Maybe we'll do a sheet of music or something like that. And then we also have pom-poms, which work great for cheerleaders and dancers, because I live in the South and I'm not sure if your area is like mine, but dance and cheer both use pom-poms. So inside our caboodle, we always have our caboodle with us. This caboodle encapsulates pretty much our pearls that goes around the girls' necks. We have small, medium, and large. We got hairspray, safety pins. For the boys, we have straight ties for their cap and gown shots. And then we also have bow ties for their tuck shots. We keep things like lip gloss in here, bobby pins, all the things that you might forget or need an emergency while you're on the shoot. We have the diploma covers. These are our hats. This is our rack right here. And on our rack, we'll have like our gowns right here, our white shirts. They're currently at the cleaners. This is just a black shirt that we use as a test. But we have all our white shirts for the guys here. These are our drapes for our ladies. So they all have all their drapes. They put these on, they dive right in, boom. And then our tuxedos are here. And we do our tuxedos a little differently. They're cut in the back, and this is all Velcro, so they can jump in and jump out. Our shirts are exactly the same as that. So super simple for them to jump in. And we keep them in order by size on the rack all day. So very important to note that when we are on a shoot, there are different roles. There's a person who checks in, there's a person who dresses people, and then each photographer has a bay as well. So everybody's doing different things to make sure that the client has a smooth experience throughout. So one thing we changed from the last time we did this video is everyone who's doing a yearbook photo, which is everyone, will come to this bay with me. So I take all the yearbook headshots, so I'm only focused on tux and drape shots. That's what the school wants, and that's the most important shot of the day. So that is what I'll be taking of each student. And it also gives me an opportunity to meet each student who could also be a potential client for outdoor senior pictures as well. My other two bays, which they're halfway set up because we're still waiting on some equipment, these will be for cap, gown, and more fun type shots that we'll get throughout the day. And without further ado, let's get into setup. Okay guys, so we're here at my bay where I'm gonna be doing all the tux and drape shots like I said before. And it's comprised of 3 different lights, a background, and a magic carpet on the floor that we actually got from Matt the Body. Shout out to Matt the Body. Thank you for all your help. Matt had made these incredible mats and he was kind enough to share them with us, so we kind of changed them up a little bit, put our own spin to it, threw our logo in it, changed up a little bit of the settings, and we use them faithfully now. So as you can see on camera left right here, we have a 7-foot Westcott parabolic with a diffusion layer on it. And mounted on here is a Westcott FJ 400. So that's what we got there. On this light, right now it's a Canon 600 RT, but we will soon, once Lens Rentals sends our gear today, we'll be switching this to a FJ 80 made by Westcott as well. So that'll be the fill light that we're going to be using off camera right. And then as you notice in the back, we have our FJ 200 with a rapid switch box on it as well. That's going to be used as our hair light to illuminate the back of each student. That way they're not looking like they're pasted in the background. I've seen photographers put a background light in the past. It looks a little dated to me, so I kind of like the idea of having a hair light just focused on my subject, and I leave the background to go a little darker, which makes my subject pop off even more. So I forgot to mention that on the FJ80, we're rocking just a, I think it's Unplugged Studio just basic umbrella with a black background so we're not losing anything out the back, which is going to fill in the shadows off that FJ400. Being that this is a 7-foot parabolic, there's not too much. It lights pretty evenly, but we were noticing that there was a little bit of shadows, aggressive shadows on the camera right side of the subject's face. So we added a fill this year, and I think going forward, we'll always keep it this way. So our camera, our settings are gonna be pretty simple. We're shooting f8, 1/60th, 250 on the body, on the camera body. This light right here, it's set at 6.2 power for our, well actually it's on 7 right now, but typically it's at 6.2. We're just testing today. This one right here is gonna be somewhere around 4.6 for the fill light. So it's a smaller wattage light, 80 watts versus 400. So we're running at almost half power. And then in the back, we have our FJ200, which is gonna be rocking at about 4.0. So we got 4.0 back here, we got 4.6 here, and we got 6.2 there. So all three of these lights with the different modifiers is how we roll. And then when you look down the lineup, all the other bays match this as well, which makes editing so much easier. Would you agree, Elaine? It definitely makes editing so much easier. Cool. And then we're gonna get in and meter just to make sure all our settings are working right, because if you don't meter, you don't know. So we're gonna start. Gage has got the meter in his hand. You probably recognize Gage from the last time we did this video. Today is actually Gage's last day. Do you mind if I share with them? Gage is gonna be leaving us to go to the Air Force, so saluting Gage in his endeavors. He's gonna be an excellent soldier. He's gonna protect our skies. That's what y'all do, right? Oh, I forgot to add. Speaking of skies, we'll be using NTAG, which is not currently connected. We have my phone right here. All my names list from Gotphoto is on here. And as people come up, I just type their name in, and then it writes their QR code or their student data information on the file. So when we upload, everybody's in the right gallery. So we're gonna meter. I'm gonna pull, typically I use a FJ-X2M. Right now I have a 600 on there, which we were testing with until our FJ-80s come in. So I have just the, this trigger to control them all. It's the Canon, it's so old I don't know what it's called. Oh, ST-E3R2. So just the radio trigger for Canon. So right now I'm setting up the lights, and we're going to make sure that all of them are on the right power. So we're gonna meter each light individually just to make sure we're getting the correct exposure. And I already checked it, so it might go a little quicker than usual. So whenever I'm metering, the first thing I do is I turn off only the light that I'm working on. So right now we're working on our main light, which is right here. So we're gonna turn off C. We use this one as C. We're gonna turn off B. So now we only have A on. So when I flash, it should only be A. So I'm having some technical difficulties using this older trigger to turn off all my other lights. So we're gonna do it the old school way. Just gonna turn off the lights. And Elaine's gonna help us turn things back on. So I've powered down these two lights, and now we're just gonna work on channel A, which is this one. So Gage is gonna pull up our light meter. We're using the Seconic light meter. He's gonna point it right at my camera. I'm gonna do a little pop. And I'm getting 6.3 right now without the fill light. So I gotta click, now it's at 7. So 7-ish is where it's metering at. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one on, Elaine. I'm gonna turn this one off. Okay, let me do another hit. I'm gonna do a meter test on this one. It's metering at 3.6, so it's lower. So 3.6 on this one, and this one was metering at whatever I just said. So Elaine's gonna turn this one off. We're gonna get a reading on the background. Okay. All right, Gage's gonna we're gonna turn in our Lumisphere just so we don't get any stray light. And he's gonna put it behind his head. And we're gonna fire it off. Oops, I think I went to sleep. Our meter went to sleep, so we're turning it back on. Our meter is actually dead. It's coming back on now. And it's off. So we're gonna pretend like we're metering. And we don't know what it's saying, but it would be saying something great if it had a battery. But unfortunately, I'm gonna try the old PlayStation, Xbox trick. Give it a little rub. Blow in there. Right, left, ABBA. Up, down, left, right. I'm gonna let Gage put the battery pack back on. I don't know what I'm gonna do when this dude's gone. Okay, it's gonna turn it on. It might die again, but it's worth a shot. And some kind of way, it worked. All right, he's gonna click the meter button. We're gonna get a reading real quick before we die again. And it's me reading at 5.0, which is great. That is a few stops below the front light, so it's gonna look amazing. So now we're gonna turn all our lights back on to do one whole shot of the setup. Yeah. We're gonna meter one more time in the front. We should be metering somewhere around F8 now that all our lights are on. Let's give it a go. And if you zoom into the light meter, oh, put it back in the front of you in the middle, sorry. It should say 8. So we wanted to go through the setup of how we dialed in our light, just to make sure that everybody understands how to dial in their settings to get the final result. And for us, F8 is a good number for us. We get enough depth in the background if mom or a girlfriend wants to jump in for a quick picture with the student or boyfriend. You know, there's enough depth of field to get everybody in focus. And from there, they're good to go. So it's time for us to get a few test shots in, and that's pretty much our setup. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. And if you have questions, like I said, comment, put them in the comment section. We'd love to interact with you. It's always a fun time. And I'll see you guys at Gotphoto Summer Camp, if this video is out by then. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into that last video. And we want to thank you guys for all the support you've been giving to the channel lately. It seems like every day there's new subscribers, which is super fun, and just making this content for you guys as it goes. Please continue to comment, continue to like, continue to share. I love interacting with you guys in the comments, and the more you comment, the more I respond. So can't wait to see you guys on the next one, and thanks so much for being here.